What if I told you that everything we know about human history is wrong? That long before the pyramids, before Mesopotamia, before recorded history, there was an advanced civilization that thrived and then vanished without a trace. A civilization so old, so advanced, that it challenges everything mainstream historians have told us. The evidence is there, but it's been ignored, buried, or even deliberately erased. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll question everything you thought you knew about our past. Let's start with something mind-blowing, ancient maps that shouldn't exist. One of the most mysterious is the Piri Reis map, drawn in 1513. It accurately shows parts of Antarctica before it was covered in ice. Here's the problem. Antarctica has been frozen for at least 12,000 years. So how did a 500-year-old map show an ice-free Antarctica? Even more shocking, scientists confirmed that Antarctica's coastline would have been ice-free over 20,000 years ago. Could this mean someone mapped the world before recorded history? And if they did, who were they? Now, let's talk about the ruins that mainstream archaeology struggles to explain. Have you heard of Göbekli Tepe? Discovered in Turkey, it's a massive stone temple complex built over 11,600 years ago, which is 7,000 years before the Egyptian pyramids. The problem? According to history books, humans back then were just simple hunter-gatherers. They weren't supposed to have the skills to build anything like this. And yet, here it is. Massive stone pillars, perfectly carved, covered in intricate symbols. So where did this knowledge come from? And if this was built over 11,000 years ago, what else is out there waiting to be discovered? Beneath the ocean, another mystery lies hidden. There are ancient ruins deep underwater, proof that something big was lost to history. Take Dwarka, off the coast of India. Divers have found an entire submerged city with massive stone walls, roads, and buildings. But here's the kicker. This city is over 9,000 years old. That's older than the Great Pyramid of Giza. And it's not just India. Similar sunken cities have been found near Japan, the Mediterranean, and the Caribbean. What if these weren't just isolated settlements? What if they were part of a massive civilization that existed 20,000 years ago, before sea levels rose and wiped it all out? Let's talk about the impossible artifacts, things that shouldn't exist, and yet they do. Like the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old device found in a shipwreck, packed with gears, like a modern clock. But here's the weird part. This thing could predict planetary movements with shocking accuracy. Historians say this level of technology shouldn't have existed until the 1600s. And yet there it was, buried under the sea. So what if it wasn't the first of its kind? What if this was just a leftover relic from something even older? Something from a civilization 20,000 years ago that was far more advanced than we ever imagined? Now let's connect the dots. Nearly every ancient culture talks about a massive flood. The Bible calls it Noah's flood. Hindu texts speak of Manu's flood. The Sumerians, the Greeks, the Native Americans, they all have stories of a cataclysmic flood, and science backs this up. At the end of the last ice age, around 12,000 years ago, Earth went through a dramatic meltdown. Sea levels rose over 400 feet, swallowing coastlines, wiping out entire land masses. What if this wasn't just a natural disaster, but the final blow to an ancient civilization? What if humanity had reached an advanced stage 20,000 years ago, only to be wiped out, leaving behind nothing but fragments? If this civilization was lost, why don't we remember it? Maybe we do. Ancient texts hint at a lost golden age. The Emerald Tablets, supposedly written by Thoth, speak of an ancient, highly advanced civilization that perished in a cataclysm. The Mahabharata, An ancient Indian text describes cities destroyed by what sounds eerily like nuclear explosions. And what about the legends of Atlantis? Plato described an advanced civilization that was wiped out by a great flood. Is it possible these myths are actually memories of a real civilization that thrived 20,000 years ago? Now comes the big question. Why don't we hear about this? Some say mainstream historians don't want to rewrite history. Others believe powerful institutions have a vested interest in keeping the past a mystery. Think about it. If we confirm an advanced civilization existed 20,000 years ago, it changes everything. It means history isn't a straight line from primitive to advanced. It means we might have lost knowledge, not just gained it. And that's a truth some people don't want us to uncover. So, what does all this mean? It means history isn't what we think it is. It means humans may have been far more advanced, far earlier than we ever imagined. And if that's true, what else have we forgotten? What other secrets lie buried under the ocean, deep in the jungles, or hidden in plain sight? One thing's for sure, the past isn't just behind us. It's waiting to be rediscovered. And maybe, just maybe, the real history of humanity is only just beginning to be told. If this video made you think, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because trust me, there's so much more to uncover.